This is midnight, Monday, the 25th day of May 2026. Good morning. I just finished a Zoom meeting. Let me call it a meeting. There were so many people on that meeting, and I was invited. So when I asked them, what is the purpose of this meeting? That was when I was invited, when they sent the invitation to me. They told me that they just want to talk about the solution to the problem of Nigeria and also talk about 2027 election. So I said, no problem. I will be part of you people. So when the meeting started, a lot of people spoke, some lecturers, some politicians, some businessmen who just have similar interests. So after some time, they gave me time to come and present what I think is the solution to the problem we are facing in Nigeria. And the first thing I told them is that I am not here to talk about the solution because you cannot talk about the solution without diagnosing the problem. Like you need to diagnose Nigeria. You need to do your findings to discover what is actually the problem before you start talking about solution. So I started telling them that has any one of you here walked into the hospital and tell a doctor I am sick and the doctor will just bring out the medicine and give to you? Absolutely no. The doctor, first of all, we try to know the kind of illness. Even though you said that your head is aching you or you have, a bad stomach pain, so on and so forth, doctor will not look at what you are saying. They are going to carry out a diagnosis to actually know what caused the pain in your head or what is the problem. You understand? Before they can now prescribe drugs for you. I said the problem we have in Nigeria right now is that so many people are trying to proffer solution to the disease they have not diagnosed. Like you don't know the actual problem, but you just see insecurity. You think that gun will solve the problem. You see insecurity. You think political regime change will solve the problem. That we must be able to know what the problem is, because once you know the problem, definitely the solution is here. So at the end of my presentation, I was expecting them to tell me thank you. I was expecting them to clap for me, but that was a good presentation and they were enjoying it. So at the end, the only thing I heard from them was an echo of more people need to hear this. More people need to hear this. So I told some of them that this is what I have been saying right from time. So I don't think I'm saying something different. However, I decided to make this video to explain more about what I told them during the meeting. So let's start by this. If, for example, a hospital want to use you to test run a drug, and the mission of this hospital is to kill you. I'm giving an example. And you went to this hospital, they gave you injection with the intent to kill you. And when you got home, when you return back home, your body system just changed. You started feeling what you've never, felt before, and you return to the hospital. And the hospital is happy the way you are. And you are seeking solution in the hands of the doctors who have the intention of killing you. Tell me, your mission is, let me go to the hospital and be safe. You are calling the doctors who are supposed to save you. But unfortunately, you don't know that the doctors and the hospital are responsible for your predicament. Now, that is the way I see Nigeria. The hospital, is Nigeria. The doctor or the doctors there are the government officials. Why the patient is someone like you and me. Day and night, you are trying to change the doctors of the hospital. Oh, the doctor that gave me injection is not good. Let's bring another doctor of the same hospital with the same intention. Stay with me. So, I started narrating to them when I started studying Bokøharam. I started studying Bokøharam the day the United Nations had sitting on sectarian violence. The United Nations have sitting on religious violence in Nigeria. That was in the year 2012 when it was publicized. So I got to know it in the year 2012. And right from that time till now, it's more than a decade. I have seen so many things. I've studied, I've researched a lot. I have files, terabytes of videos. I have so many things about book. That time, I don't know ISWAP. I don't know Fulani Militia that time. I don't know this group of terrorists who don't like, I don't know them. Maybe they never existed. Yes, they never existed then. Just Bokøharam. So I studied Bokøharam to the extent that when they released their handbook, Bokøharam have a handbook, their mission statement and everything, I read it. And I saw and I discovered that their mission is just to overthrow the Nigerian government, set up an Islamic state, that is Islamic country, which will be governed by a Sharia law. That is just their simple mission. Then, as time goes on, they started having a splinter group. So, all of them have one mission: overthrow Nigerian government, install an Islamic state, let it be governed by Sharia law. Simple as that. Then, when I saw that a Bokøharam commander was appointed a commissioner of religious affairs for the implementation of Sharia by Alimodo Sheriff, who handed over to Shetima. He was one time accused that you were aiding the terrorists, you formed them, you appointed them as commissioner. He said, no, it's not him, but it was Kashim Shetima. That is a story for another day. So, this man appointed Bokøharam member as a commissioner of religious affairs for the implementation of Sharia. Now, pay attention though. If a group of terrorists, a terrorist group have the intention to overthrow Nigeria, turn Nigeria to Islamic states, and the Islamic state will be governed by Sharia, why do you have to appoint their leader as a commissioner? That is the first question I want everyone to answer. Why did he appointed the Bokøharam commander the commissioner of religious affairs? Now, let me tell you people what you don't know. Because these people have infiltrated the government. They own the government. That man was arrested in Cameroon. He was arrested in Cameroon under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Guess what? The powers that be, they release him. They release him. I'm trying to tell you some stories. Then, after that, all this group you are seeing, stories, they have root in the government. And after 14 years, that same Borno state, like this year, last year, they have about 12 billion budget for Bokøharam. In their budget, they have budget for Bokøharam. They call it for the reintegration of Bokøharam. They have it in their budget. So, I started telling them the backgrounds, the nature of the problem of Nigeria. I drew their attention to 7 Nigerian intelligence military agents. That was when they were shocked. So, because I was not the one hosting the meeting, I was using my phone, another phone, to show them, play the videos for them, the videos from Nigerian military intelligence heads. What are they saying? The same thing. The government are the sponsors. The government know the sponsors. These are Nigerian military intelligence officers. Like, I've had sitting with so many of them who are retired privately. I've had calls with them. I've had video calls with them. Like, both the people who went, in fact, there is nothing they have told me in private that they have not said on national television. So many of them who have the courage to come to the national television, like Commando Kunde Olaomi, them, the rest of them. There is no difference what they are saying in private and what they are saying in public. So, no need. So after showing them all these videos and so on and so forth, I now put forth a question to them. People that you are campaigning for today, who you think that could change so many things, how many of them that are different from the Bokøharam? Only few. They are not more than 0.5% who are different from Bokøharam. When I mean who are different from Bokøharam, the idea Bokøharam have is the same thing they have. Who is paying Bokøharam? Who is supplying them gun? Who is appointing them? Who is putting them in the military? The same people. I shared a video of an insider who was narrating the story on how the government are dealing with the repentant terrorists. And I think you need to hear that video again. Take a listen.
Bokøharam are being rehabilitated. Now, what they do, after the rehabilitation, they fill form, they ask questions. How many people have you killed? So if you kill 50, you have your own class. 50 and above, 20, I have never killed. So if you have never killed, maybe you stay there 1 month and go off. If you kill small number, 2 months. If you kill many, 6 months. Which type of ammunition that you use? Then that's the people that they are going to pay them a payoff of 3 million and a monthly salary of 50,000. I'm saying this, it should be a shocking. I'm revealing this. After being rehabilitated, what happens the next? If you cannot live without gun, the government will provide gun for you. As a civilian JTF, you all know that they are here in Abuja. Most of them are repentant Bokøharam. Some of them that they cannot stay in the society, they are being exported to Algeria to go and attack the miners, to go and do illegal mining, gold mining in Algeria, and be paid. If they sustain gunshot, they are going to be transported back to Maiduguri and treated in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital through the government of Borno State. The repented IDPs, repented Bokøharams, and also the civilian JTF go to Zamfara. They are there. The government of Zamfara is paying them 70,000. The government of Borno State is paying is paying 70,000 to the Borno State government. The Borno State government is paying them 50,000. Meaning it is a job, it is a business. It is not a crime to start a business if the business is being recognized by our government. The business that I'm craving for is to start my terrorism. I'm not going to terrorize anybody. I'm going to fight back. It has been so painful that the killer of my dad is being paid with taxpayers' money. The abductors of our wife, our children, our sisters are being paid off by the taxpayers' money. They drive luxury car with escort. There is one man that slaughtered 96 people a day. Now he's driving with Hilux. His name is Adamurugu. I'm saying this, I don't care. I don't care. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. Because what's the life?
So, after sharing so many of all these things with them, they said, Okocha, I think more people need to hear this so that they will understand what is going on in Nigeria. Now, I don't want to go further. In fact, I'm tired because very early in the morning I will still be going out. What I'm trying to say in this video is this. Before you take medicine about Nigeria, try to know the problem. Let's stop wasting our time. In fact, I played the video of a Nigeria military intelligence officer who said that the only solution to the problem in Nigeria right now is that as many ethnicity that Nigeria could be partitioned to, that dividing Nigeria is the only solution. This is from a Nigeria military intelligence officer who served Nigeria for 36 years. He revealed the facts DSS how. He said DSS knows what he's talking about. That the sponsors of all these people are in the government. Then you start asking yourself, what do they want? What do they want? What they want is just what Bokøharam wants. A Nigeria that will be turned into an Islamic state governed by Sharia law. If anybody wants to say, oh, what you are saying, no, it's not correct, then I want you to prove me wrong and tell me why Tinubu says if he fights insecurity, they will kill him. Why? Why did he say so? Haja Mohammed came to Arise News. He said it, that Tinubu said, if I fight insecurity, they will kill me. It's about, after 3 years, Tinubu did not send Bayo Ononuga to come and debunk it. Because if he debunk it, the woman will fire more and reveal. In fact, the woman will expose more. This is Nigeria. So, before you take a drugs, try to do diagnosis to know what the problem actually is. We may not feel that it is okay today, but I will tell you that in the nearest months to come, nobody knows who is going to affect. And people may ask, what is the solution now? What is the solution now? The number one solution is knowing the problem. You know, the scientist called Albert Einstein, he said, if you give me an hour to solve the problem in the world on Earth, that I will use 59 minutes. I will spend 59 minutes trying to diagnose the problem, trying to know what the problem is, and use 1 minute to solve it. You know what that means? Once you know the problem of something, then the solution will be easier for you to apply. We have been applying wrong solutions. But for the sake of urgency, I believe that number one urgent need of the people now is that people should be equipped with gun. People should be equipped with gun. I have been campaigning for this, that Nigeria need a gun revolution. Go and join a vigilante group. You must be trained. Go to a vigilante group. Gun is not a knockout that you can just carry. You might not even be able to use it. Community by community should do everything, gather intelligence, know how to communicate, do some things, have your own gun, go to the training, 8 rounds pump action, 6 rounds pump action. Gun is more important than car. If you have your first car before you buy your second car, buy gun. Join a security outfit. That is the key. Join a security outfit. Let me tell you, no police, no military will fight like you that owns the community. Nobody will fight like you that owns the community. Join a security outfit. All these terrorists, you can give them a run. You can give them a run. The only problem is that if you did not identify them on time, they will join your church, they will join your mosque, they will join your school, they will join your hospital. After the infiltration, what is going to happen? You can't stop them any longer. So that is why I'm trying to tell people, gather your intelligence well, support your vigilante group, and make sure you resist these people. That is the first step. Secure yourself. Secure your environment. That is the first step. Then, after securing yourself, after securing your environment, before we continue with what we are doing. Because this is a very big problem right now. You can see the way they are advancing. Nobody supposed to even tell you that government hand is in it. The way they are advancing, like, no. Then, if the government is not competent, they should dissolve it and let them everybody have self-government. Yes. So, these are part of the things I told them in that, meeting, and I spent more than 10 minutes that they gave me. So, I said, let me just share part of it with you. And I hope you find something to hold to yourself in this video. See you on my next video.